August 1590. A ship returns to Roanoke Island, off the coast of what we now call North Carolina. The governor, John White, steps ashore after 3 years away. He finds his settlement abandoned. 115 people. Gone. But carved into a tree, a single word: Croatoan. Among the missing, White's own daughter, and his granddaughter, a child he's never met. The first English baby born in America. This is the story of the Lost Colony of Roanoke, America's oldest unsolved mystery. A tale of ambition, family, and a message carved in wood that has echoed across 4 centuries. What happened to those 115 souls? The answer may surprise you. The year is 1584. Queen Elizabeth I sits on the throne of England. The age of exploration is in full bloom. Spain has claimed vast territories in the Americas. England wants her share. Sir Walter Raleigh, courtier, poet, explorer, receives a royal charter. He's authorized to establish a colony in the New World, in a land the English call Virginia, named for their virgin queen. In 1585, the first expedition lands on Roanoke Island. Over 100 men establish a military outpost. Ralph Lane commands. Their mission? Find gold, establish English presence, prepare for future colonization. But things go wrong quickly. Relations with the local Native Americans deteriorate. Food runs scarce. By 1586, when Sir Francis Drake's fleet passes by, the starving colonists abandon the settlement and sail back to England. The first attempt has failed. But England isn't finished with Roanoke. April 1587, a new expedition prepares to depart. This time, it's different. This isn't a military outpost. It's a true colony. 115 settlers, men, women, children, families seeking a new life. Leading them is John White, an artist, a mapmaker, a gentle soul chosen as governor. Among the colonists is White's own daughter, Eleanor Dare. She's pregnant. Her husband, Ananias Dare, travels with her. Imagine the courage, sailing across an unknown ocean, heavily pregnant, to a land where the previous settlers had nearly starved. They arrive in July. The old fort stands empty, overgrown. They begin rebuilding. And then, on August 18th, 1587, Eleanor gives birth, a daughter. They name her Virginia Dare. She is the first English child born in America, a symbol of England's future in the New World, a beginning. But as autumn arrives, reality sets in. Supplies are running low. They won't survive winter without help. The colonists make a decision. Governor White must return to England for supplies. He resists. How can he leave his daughter and newborn granddaughter? But there's no choice. He's the only one who can secure the resources they need. In November 1587, John White boards a ship. On the shore, Eleanor holds baby Virginia, 3 months old. White promises to return quickly, 6 months, maybe less. He will never see them again. White reaches England in November 1587. He immediately begins organizing a relief mission. But then, disaster. War with Spain erupts. In 1588, the Spanish Armada threatens England's very existence. Every ship is commandeered for the war effort. White is trapped. He secures one small vessel in 1588, but it's attacked by privateers and forced back. He writes letter after letter to Sir Walter Raleigh. Please, send ships. My family. The years pass. 1588, 1589, 1590. Imagine his torment. His daughter, his granddaughter, now a little girl he's never met. Are they alive? Are they starving? Do they think he's abandoned them? Finally, in early 1590, a ship becomes available. White joins a privateering voyage that agrees to stop at Roanoke. 3 years. He's been gone 3 years. August 1590. The ship approaches Roanoke Island. White scans the shore with a spyglass. He's thinking, Virginia is 3 years old now. Walking, talking, will she know her grandfather? They light signal fires on the beach. No response. The forest is silent. White rows ashore. The settlement stands, but it's empty. He walks through the fort. The wooden palisade is intact, even reinforced with new defenses built after he left, but there's no one here. Houses stand empty. Personal items remain, but orderly, not looted, not ransacked. No signs of battle, no bodies, no graves.
Then White sees it, carved into a tree in clear capital letters, Croatoan. And here's what's crucial. Before White left, he'd given the colonists specific instructions. If they were in distress, they should carve a Maltese cross above any message. There's no cross, meaning they left by choice, not under attack, not in emergency. White finds more evidence, a chest buried carefully, valuables stored for safekeeping. Everything suggests an orderly, planned departure. Croatoan. It's not just a word, it's a place, an island 50 miles south, home to the Croatoan tribe, Native Americans who had been friendly to the English. They went to Croatoan Island. They left him directions. White orders the ship to sail for Croatoan. He's so close, 50 miles, 1 day's sail. But the Atlantic has other plans. A massive storm hits, hurricane-force winds. The ship loses its anchor, rigging is damaged. The captain refuses to risk the ship and crew on a dangerous coastal approach without proper anchor. They'll go to the Caribbean, resupply, then return. White has no choice. The ship turns south. White stands at the rail, watching the Carolina coast fade into the distance. He doesn't know it yet, but he'll never return. Weather, circumstances, and war will prevent every future attempt. John White returns to England in October 1590. He spends his remaining years painting watercolors from memory, Virginia plants, Native American life, the world where his daughter and granddaughter vanished. He dies sometime around 1593, never knowing their fate. For over 400 years, we've wondered, what happened to the Lost Colony? The most likely answer? They did exactly what the carving suggests. They went to Croatoan Island. Modern archaeology has found English artifacts on Hatteras Island, what was once called Croatoan. European objects mixed with Native American items. DNA testing of descendants from Native American tribes in the region has revealed European genetic markers consistent with 16th century English colonists. Tree ring analysis shows that 1587 to 1589 was the worst drought in 800 years. The colonists likely couldn't grow enough food. Moving to Croatoan, where the tribe was friendly and resources more available, made perfect sense. Other theories exist. Some colonists may have moved inland, joining different tribes. A small group might have tried to sail to Chesapeake Bay, as was the original plan. But evidence increasingly suggests the majority survived by integrating with the Croatoan people. This isn't a story of tragedy. It's a story of adaptation, of survival, of two cultures meeting and merging. The Lost Colony captured American imagination like few other mysteries. Virginia Dare became a legend, a symbol of American origins. Fort Raleigh is now a National Historic Site. Every summer, the Lost Colony outdoor drama performs on Roanoke Island, continuing a tradition that began in 1937. But let's remember, these weren't characters in a play. They were 115 real people, families, children, people with names and dreams. Eleanor Dare, raising her daughter in a strange land. Ananias Dare, building a life.
Virginia, growing up between two worlds. The word carved in that tree wasn't a mystery. It was a message. We went to Croatoan. We're okay. John White almost reached them. 50 miles. One storm separated a father from his family. Perhaps the lost colony isn't lost at all. Perhaps they're still here, in the DNA of descendants, in the history that followed, in the very beginning of what would become America. 115 colonists, a 3-month-old baby, a father who never stopped looking, and a single word carved in wood, echoing across centuries. Croatoan.